So Hogwarts Legacy is supposed to be coming out pretty soon, and the reviews are already pouring in from the critics. So let's check out IGN and see what they have to say. Whoa! A 9? Amazing! Well, that sounds like it's a pretty good game. I think I'm gonna have to check that out. So, what? What is this here? Concerning J.K. Rowling? The elephant in the room with Hogwarts Legacy is Harry Potter's creator, J.K. Rowling, whose comments about transgender people in recent years have left a sour taste in the mouths of many current and former Potter fans, both at IGN and in the world at large. What did she say? This has driven some to call for a boycott of the Wizarding World altogether, including Hogwarts Legacy, though Rowling was not directly involved, and there are good reasons, both in-game and out, to believe the developers at Avalanche don't necessarily share her views. Phew, that's a relief. Regardless, IGN has always and will continue to champion human rights causes and supports people speaking with their wallets in whatever manner they choose, unless you're a garbage person. As critics, our job is to answer the question of whether or not we find Hogwarts Legacy to be fun to play and why. Whether it's ethical to play is a separate but still very important question. Wow, what a load of garbage. I don't necessarily find anything they said to be egregious, it's just that it shouldn't have had to be said. Who cares? Just review the game. And then over here on Glamour, they've got a complete breakdown of J.K. Rowling transgender comments controversy as of January 13th, 2023. So I don't know, that's like half a month ago or 3 weeks ago, so she could have said a lot more transphobic things since then, but we'll just go off the assumption that she hasn't. And maybe she's been too busy drowning kittens for the last couple weeks to say anything transphobic, unless they were maybe trans kittens. So here we start off with her tweeting about an article that says, creating a more equal post-COVID-19 world for people who menstruate. And she says, people who menstruate? I'm sure there used to be a word for those people. Someone help me out. Wombend? Wimpund? Woomud? Good golly. She's worse than that guy with the Charlie Chaplin mustache. And I can't believe in a pre-Elon Musk Twitter that this wasn't censored for hate speech. And the rest of the article goes on to detail the rest of her crimes against humanity here. But in Rowling's defense, how do we know she's really serious? The first name is J.K. after all. Now back to the game Hogwarts Legacy. There were people calling for a boycott of the game. Apparently the boycott's not working out too well because it's like the best-selling game of the year. So it really goes to show that all the stink caused by these quote-unquote journalists and all these activists on Twitter, it's really just a vocal minority, and that most people really don't care about this so-called controversy. Because you have all these wokesters who want to keep Harry Potter but jettison Rowling. They want to take it away from her. But that's not how it works. Fans don't get to claim the property. If you have a problem with the creator or creators, then you have to move on. I was a huge Marvel and Star Wars fan. I thought I'd be one for the rest of my life. But the inferior stewards who took over the properties changed them for the worse, ruining them beyond repair. Those franchises aren't what they used to be. So at first, my initial reaction was to fight against them to save it, because that's what you do. You try to save things you care about. But it's a losing battle because they'll do whatever they want with it. It's theirs. Even if they course correct, it's too little too late because the damage is done. It will never be the same again. But more importantly, it's just not important. It's just made up characters and stories. It doesn't matter. It's silly to get that attached to fictional things. When you realize that, it makes it easier to move on. I'm glad I'm not attached to any franchise anymore. It's very liberating. There's no point in being loyal to a company or property because they won't return that loyalty. So all these wokesters that have a problem with Rowling, then maybe it's time for them to move on, because no amount of revisionist history, including reselling her books with different covers, and yes, that's a thing someone actually does, is going to change that. She created it. It's hers. The property isn't yours. So, sometimes you just gotta grow up and let it go. Alright, that's it for now. Bye.